today we're going to be talking about the Wyatt family. Because I've done all the members of the Wyatt family except for the two except for Daniel Bryan. I don't think I've done Daniel Bryan. Brian Daniels as his name now known as. But yeah, we're going to do what we usually do and go into a brief overview of them and then go into them in more into depth. So the Wyatt family are a professional wrestling stable in WWE, originally composed of Bray Wyatt, Eric Corbin and Luke Harper, who portrayed as a villainous cult from the Bayers of Deep South of the Wyatt family debuted in WWE's then developmental branch NXT in November 2012, with Harper and Rowan going to win the NXT tag titles. They debuted on the main roster July 2013 and terrorised wrestlers such as Kane, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, John Cena and The Shield, among others. Bryan joined the group late in 2013 and left in early 2014, after which Wyatt defeated him at the end of the feud. The original incarnation of the group began to go their separate ways in September 2014 after Wyatt announced that he was setting Harper and Rowan free. Rowan would turn into a heroic character by joining John Cena's team at Survivor Series, while Harper would remain villainous at Cyber Authority against Cena's team. From the brief feud with each other, Harper and Rowan reunited in May of 2015. In July 2015, the Wyatt family reunited and were joined by Braun Strowman, who was later taken out of the faction as a result of the 2016 draft. In late 2016, with the addition of Randy Orton, the Wyatt family won the SmackDown Tag Championship, holding under the freeball rule. After they lost the championships, Harper left the group in January 2017, Orton won the 2017 Royal Rumble match, and Wyatt won his first WWE Championship. The following month, with the pair facing each other at WrestleMania 33, Wyatt and Rowan continued their alliance as last remaining members of the Wyatt family until 2017. So WWE Superstar Shake-Up, in which Wyatt was moved to Raw while Rowan remained on SmackDown, thus disbanding the Wyatt family. Bryan joined AEW in 2021. Harper, who joined in AEW 2020, died from idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis at the age of 41, and in December of 2020, Wyatt died from a heart attack at the age of 36. In August 2023, leaving Rowan as the last surviving original member of the stable, Rowan joined the Wyatt Six, a heroic group led by Wyatt's real-life brother Bo Dallas and his alter ego Uncle Howdy in mid-2024. So the concept of the Wyatt family. So the Wyatt was portrayed as an evil cult leader. He believed himself to be more monster than human, with his character drawing comparisons to Charles Manson and the veteran wrestler Waylon Mercy, as well as Max Cady from the 1991 remake of Cape Fear. The group represents a villainous cult from layers of the Deep South, drawing the early process creation, Judas Devlin and Baron Corbin, who were considered potential members of the stable. The character of Bray Wyatt debuted in FCW in April 2012 and initially associated itself with Eli Cottonmore. Cottonmore was released by WWE that June. When WWE rebranded their development territory into NXT, Wyatt debuted in July episode of new NXT television show, defeating Aiden English in a singles match. In July, Wyatt suffered a torn pectoral muscle and required surgery. Despite the injury, Wyatt continued to appear on NXT by founding a faction known as the Wyatt Family in November, with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan as his sons. Harper and Rowan entered the NXT Tag Team Championship tournament to crown the inaugural champions. They defeated Percy Watson and Yoshitatsu in the first round. Following a win over Bo Dallas and Michael McGillicuddy in the semi-finals with Wyatt's interference, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were defeated in the Vines tournament by Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray. Wyatt had his first match back from injury February 20 episode of NXT, defeating Yoshitatsu. Wyatt family later sorted Gray, while Wyatt prevented Dallas from winning the NXT Championship and then won the contender match due to Dallas' refusal to join the Wyatt family. Dallas went on to hand Wyatt his first loss. While Wyatt was defeated by six-time world champion Chris Jericho. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan won the triple threat elimination tag match by last pinning Neville to earn a shot at the championship. Harper and Rowan defeated Neville and Bo Dallas for the NXT Tag Team Championship. The Wyatt family went on to feud with Corey Graves and Cassius Ohno, with Wyatt defeating Graves. And the next week, Wyatt eliminated both Graves and Ohno in an 18-man battle royal to determine the number one contender for the NXT Championship, although he was later eliminated by Adrian Neville. The Wyatt family defeated the team of Graves, Neville and Ohno on the following episode of NXT. The Wyatt family, together with Garrett Dillon and Scott Dawson, attacked Graves, Neville and Ohno when William Regal tried to make the save. He was also overwhelmed, and they said to the Wyatt family facing Graves and Neville and Regal in a six-man tag match. The next week on NXT, where Wyatt pinned Regal for the win. Harper and Rowan lost the NXT Tag Team Championships to Neville and Graves. From May 27th episode of Raw, Drew aired vignettes promoting the upcoming debut of the Wyatt family. The vignettes showed the Wyatt family's backwards origin, Rowan wearing a sheep mask. The Wyatt family made their debut on July 8th, sourcing Kane. The Wyatt family continued their attacks on wrestler R-Truth, Justin Gabriel and FMB, while sending cryptic messages to Kane telling him follow the buzzards. For another assault, Kane challenged Wyatt to the Ring of Fire match at SummerSlam, which he accepted. Wyatt defeated Kane for interference from Harper and Rowan, after which Harper and Rowan attacked Kane again and ended the segment with carrying him away. At Battleground, Wyatt's momentum continued with a win over Kofi Kingston over the next few months. Rowan and Harper competed in tag team and as a tag team and went on to win a winning streak over many teams. Until an episode of SmackDown when Harper and Rowan suffered their first loss to Cody Rhodes and his brother Goldust. The Wyatt family's next feud began when they attacked CM Punk and Daniel Bryan in late October. The feud saw Harper lose his first single match to Punk. At Survivor Series, Harper and Rowan lost a tag team match against Bryan and Punk. The Wyatt family then defeated Bryan in a 3-on-1 handicap match at TLC, with Wyatt attempting to recruit Bryan in the previous weeks. On the final Raw of 2013, Bryan defeated Harper and then Rowan in a gauntlet match that would lead to Bryan facing Wyatt, whereupon Harper and Rowan interfered to cause disqualification and began beating Bryan down until the frustrated Bryan gave up and joined the Wyatt family. However, 2 weeks later, Bryan attacked the other members of the Wyatt family and broke free of the group. At the Royal Rumble, Wyatt defeated Bryan to end their feud, while both Harper and Rowan entered the Royal Rumble match. On an episode of Raw, the Wyatt family attacked John Cena, Bryan and Sheamus during an Elimination Chamber qualifying match against the Shield, thus awarding Cena's team to win by disqualification victory over the Shield and the Elimination Chamber match slots. The Shield was seeking revenge, so a six-man tag match was set up between the Shield and the Wyatt family at the Elimination Chamber event, which the Wyatt family won after Dean Ambrose had disappeared into the live audience during the match. The Shield were given a rematch against the Wyatt family but lost again when the Shield's poor teamwork led to Seth Rollins leaving the ring during the match. On an episode of Main Events, the Wyatt family was defeated by the Shield in another six-man tag match, which led to the end of their feud. Between January and February, the Wyatt family also cost John Cena his WWE World Heavyweight Championship matches against Randy Orton at Elimination Chamber. The Wyatt family's interference caused Cena to be eliminated from the match. After the Elimination Chamber, Wyatt turned his attention to feud with Cena. So this led to, with Wyatt wanting to prove his Cena's heroic act was a facade of characteristics of this era of lies, while also trying to turn Cena into a monster. Wyatt went on to accept Cena's challenges for a WrestleMania match, and with Cena successfully resisting the urge to become a monster and overcoming interference from Harper and Rowan, to defeat Wyatt at WrestleMania, thus marking Wyatt's first pin loss on WWE's main roster. The feud continued after WrestleMania based on a story that Wyatt was capturing Cena's fan base, which was exemplified by Wyatt leading children's choir to the ring, with children later putting on sheet masks. At Extreme Rules, Wyatt defeated Cena in a steel cage match after repeated interference from the rest of the Wyatt family, as well as the child who had distracted Cena. Cena's feud with Wyatt continued to the last man standing match, being set up for payback, which Cena won to end their feud. An episode of Raw, Harper and Rowan took on the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, in a tag team match. Wyatt did not appear during this match, but was rocking his chair and sat beside the ring. And Harper and Rowan went on to win the match, which made them the number one contenders for the championship. On an episode of SmackDown, due to a distraction set by Seth Rollins, Wyatt went on to win his match against Dean Ambrose to qualify for the first Money in the Bank ladder match, contested for the vacant WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank in 2014. All three members of the Wyatt family failed to win championships in their respective matches. The Wyatt family also lost at Battleground, as the Usos successfully defended their WWE Tag Team Championship against Harper and Rowan. The Wyatt family interrupted Chris Jericho's return and began to beat him down. This led to a singles match between Wyatt and Jericho at Battleground, which Wyatt lost. However, Wyatt defeated Jericho at SummerSlam. Despite Harper and Rowan being banned from ringside, the feud with Jericho ended on September 8th episode of Raw, when Wyatt won a steel cage match by escaping the ring. On September 29th, vignettes began to air that Wyatt announcing that he was setting Harper and Rowan free. All three members of the Wyatt family returned to television on their own, apart from each other. Wyatt returned at Hell in a Cell, attacking with Dean Ambrose. Rowan returned an episode of SmackDown, and Harper returned the November 10th episode of Raw, aligning himself with the Authority. Rowan joined Team Cena at Survivor Series, thus opposing Harper's team. The next few weeks saw Ambrose and Wyatt taunting and attacking each other in a backstage and in-ring segments, which Wyatt claiming that he could fix Ambrose and the way he fixed Harper and Rowan, leading to a match at Survivor Series where Wyatt won the match by disqualification after Ambrose hit him with a chair before burying him under tables, ladder and steel chairs. At Survivor Series, Harper was one of the last men eliminated in Team Authority's loss against Rowan and Team Cena. As a punishment to his affiliation with the Authority, Harper was forced to put his Intercontinental Championship on the line against Ambrose the following night, and successfully retained the title after getting himself disqualified, after which Wyatt ambushed Ambrose, who was looking for weapons to attack Harper with. Harper and Rowan faced each other in singles competition, with Harper ultimately getting himself disqualified. The Authority punished Rowan by putting him in a singles match against Harper, with Harper picking up the win with a discus clothesline, and the help of J&J Security, who was special guest referees for the match. Harper and Rowan once again competed against each other, this time in the 25th Royal Rumble qualifying match, with Harper winning and thus not allowing Rowan to participate in the Royal Rumble. Despite this, Rowan appeared during the Royal Rumble match, ambushing number 6 entrant Curtis Axel to attack Harper, and subsequently sparking a brief Wyatt family reunion along Bray Wyatt before all three men began brawling. Rowan would come out after Harper defeated Fandango, seemed to confront Harper, but would instead attack Fandango, thus turning a villain in the process. Harper and Rowan would officially reunite, when Harper accompanied by Rowan to his match against Fandango, which Rowan won after 30 seconds. And the two proceeded to double team Fandango after the match. Harper and Rowan teamed up to take on Fandango and Zack Ryder, which Rowan and Harper won after super kicks and a full Nelson slam combination. Harper and Rowan defeated Fandango and Ryder in a rematch. Harper and Rowan cut the promo about being ostracised and stated that they were a family. On an episode of Superstars, Harper and Rowan defeated Los Matadores in a tag team match. Harper and Rowan defeated Los Matadores again in a rematch, and then on episode Superstars, Harper and Rowan defeated Los Matadores in the Ascension Triple Threat tag match. During a match at a live event, Rowan got injured, with reports saying he would be out of action for 6 months. On episode of the main event, Harper returned to single competition, defeated Cesaro, but not before cutting a promo where he said he was losing his tag team partner only made him more dangerous. At Battleground, Harper interfered during Wyatt's match against Roman Reigns, helping him defeat Reigns and signaling the return of the stable. During and post Battleground interview, Wyatt stated to the world, "Say your prayers, lock your doors, and your family has returned." The family has returned, This led to a tag team match between the Wyatt and Harper against Reigns and Ambrose at SummerSlam, which the Wyatt family lost after Reigns pinned Wyatt. Following night on Raw, Wyatt and Harper fought Reigns and Ambrose in a SummerSlam rematch, during which Braun Strowman made his WWE debut. Joining the Wyatt family and helping Harper and Wyatt attack Reigns and Ambrose this led to a 6-man tag match at Night of Champions between Wyatt and Reigns. Ambrose and a partner of his choosing revealed to be Chris Jericho, which the Wyatt family won. Rowan made his return to ring when he filled in for Harper against Reigns, Ambrose and Rollins, which his team won again after Rollins faked an injury and walked out of the match. Wyatt's feud with Reigns culminated in a Hell in a Cell match in which Wyatt lost. At Hell in a Cell, the Wyatt family would later attack The Undertaker and carry him backstage, reuniting their feud. The next night on Raw, Wyatt was confronted by former rival Kane, who was attacked by the Wyatts and also carried backstage. After Bray Wyatt claimed that he had taken their souls, the Brothers of Destruction returned and attacked the Wyatts. At Survivor Series, Wyatt and Harper lost the Brothers of Destruction in the tag match after The Undertaker pinned Harper. At TLC, the Wyatt family defeated Team ECW in an 8-man elimination match. Tables match. All 4 members of the Wyatt families entered the 2016 Royal Rumble, which was for the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The group cumulatively eliminated 7 wrestlers, including Brock Lesnar. Wyatt was scheduled to face Lesnar at Roadblock, but Wyatt revealed that he would be facing Lesnar alongside Harper in a 2-on-1 handicap match, which they lost, with Wyatt never returning to the ring. It was reported that Wyatt was likely replaced in the match due to a serious back injury and he was legitimately suffering from. Harper suffered an injury during a Raw Dark match, and it was reported that he would be sidelined for 6 months after getting on MRI. It was revealed that he was dislocated his patella and tore his medial patellofemoral ligament. The Wyatt family appeared at WrestleMania 32, where they confronted The Rock, who defeated Rowan in a match in 6 seconds. And the Wyatts were then fended off by the returning John Cena and The Rock. The Wyatt family started a brief feud with the League of Nations by attacking the villainous faction. The Wyatt family confronted and scared off the League of Nations when they were about to attack Roman Reigns, with whom Wyatt tagged with to defeat the League of Nations members Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. During a singles match against Reigns at a live event, Wyatt suffered an injury to his right calf, thus pulling him off the European tour. His injury resulted in abrupt suspension of the feud and the breakup of the League of Nations. Although all 4 members appeared at on the payback poster, none of the members had a match at the event. The Wyatt family without Harper returned for the first time in April, and they were confronted by the tag team champions, The New Day, thus starting a feud between the two teams. The New Day went on to the Wyatt Family compound, where the two factions brawled. This would lead to a non-title 6-man tag match at Battleground, which the Wyatt Family won. During the 2016 draft, Wyatt and Roman were drafted to SmackDown, whilst Roman was drafted to Raw, separating him from the group. Wyatt walked away from Roman after the latter lost the match with against Dean Ambrose, leaving Roman's sheet mask in Wyatt's rocking chair. Despite this, Roman attacked Randy Orton on behalf of Wyatt, continuing their alliance. Harper returned to the close of SmackDown brand Spencer Knows Mercy in a match between Wyatt and Orton, who Harper distracted to help Wyatt win the match, realigning himself with Wyatt. Prior to Harper's return, Roman underwent surgery to repair a torn rotator cuff and would be out of action for 4 to 6 months. Orton interfered on Wyatt's behalf in the match against Kane. Wyatt and Harper helped Orton win the match against Kane, thus confirming his allegiance with the group. At the 30th annual Survivor Series, Wyatt and Orton were sole survivors of the tag team SmackDown in the Survivor Series elimination match. After Orton saved Wyatt from the spear from Roman Reigns, Wyatt and Orton defeated the American Alpha to become the #1 contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. They went on to challenge and defeat Heath Slater and Rhino at TLC for the tag titles. Wyatt Family's first championship in WWE's main roster, while Wyatt and Orton retained the tag team championships against former champions. It was announced that Wyatt Family invoked the feeble rule and thus allowing Harper to also defend the championship. The Wyatt Family began to show tension after the loss of the championships to American Alpha in a fatal four-way elimination tag match after Orton hit Harper accidentally and was subsequently pinned. They unsuccessfully attempted to gain the championships, and after another miscue between Orton and Harper, who accidentally performed a super kick on Wyatt after the match, resulting in Wyatt walking away in frustration. This continued the following week on SmackDown Live, when Orton lost to Ambrose after Harper distracted his teammates, causing Orton and Harper to get involved with an argument which would physically escalate until they were separated by Wyatt. He struck Harper, resulting in Harper walking away. Orton defeated Harper, which Wyatt attacked Harper's sister Abigail, but did not dictate whether he was kicked out of the group. During the Royal Rumble, Harper attacked both Orton and Wyatt, even attempting his sister Abigail on the latter before being attacked by Orton, who was going to win the Royal Rumble. At Elimination Chamber, Wyatt won the WWE Championship in the Chamber match, and then after this, instead of defending the title in a triple threat match involving John Cena and AJ Styles, Orton came to the ring, pleaded the allegiance to Wyatt and refused to face him at WrestleMania 33. The following week, on SmackDown Live, Wyatt gave Orton the keys to the kingdom, which referred to the Wyatt family's compound, but Orton turned on Wyatt and burning the Wyatt family compound down before challenging to a match at WrestleMania 33, seemingly disbanding the Wyatt family in the process. Roman returned from injury after nearly 8 months of inactivity, sporting a new steampunk-style sheet mask, assisting Wyatt in attacking Orton. But later that night, they lost the tag team match against Orton and Harper. The Wyatt family seemingly disbanded again. Wyatt moved to Raw. Wyatt and Rowan continued their alliance while distracting Orton during a match with Rowan. Rowan, still being referred as a member of the Wyatt family, competed in the main event against Orton and got no disqualification match loss, which he lost. Harper and Rowan faced each other in a match won by Rowan. The commentary team referred to both men as former members of the Wyatt family, thus confirming the disbandment. Harper and Rowan reunited in 2017 as the Lucha Brothers and went on to the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania 34 after they'd lost the tag titles. Rowan formed an alliance with former Wyatt family member Bryan, with whom he would win his second SmackDown Tag Team Championship with. After Rowan and Bryan's team dissolvement, Rowan returned to Harper. They were separated due to the 2019 WWE Draft. Harper was released in December of 2019, Rowan was released in April 2020, Strowman was released in June 2021, or later returned to the company in September 2022. Strowman continued as a single competitor while Wyatt adopted a new character, The Fiend, to continue his solo career. Wyatt spent part of his stint as the Fiend feuding with former Wyatt family members, namely Brian, Strowman and Orton, before being released in July 2021. He returned to WWE in 2022 at Extreme Rules event. On December 26, 2020, at the age of 41, Harper, who was performing in AEW as Brody Lee, died. Numerous tributes were given to the former colleagues, including former Wyatt family partners. Roman appeared on AEW's memorial show with the Brody Lee celebration of life, holding up a sign dedicated to Harper that read, "Goodbye for now, my brother, see you down the road." At the end of the episode, various photos of Harper were shown, including several of his real-life moments shared with his Wyatt family partners. And on August 24th of 2023, at the age of 36, Wyatt died from a heart attack caused by a pre-existing heart condition that had been exacerbated by COVID-19 infection. Rowan and Strowman appeared on stage for Wyatt's memorial package and 10-bell salute. In mid-2024, Wyatt's real-life brother, Bo Dallas, began leading a heroic faction, the Wyatt Six, alongside Rowan, Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy and Nikki Cross. Strowman was released from his WWE contract in May 25, ending his second tenure with the company. I do think if they stayed together, they could have done a lot. I think Bray Wyatt on his second run as the Fiend could have done a lot, and I also think given the chance the Wyatt Six could have worked. But unfortunately, circumstances have led to the Wyatt Six being released, and obviously the deaths of both Brody Lee and Bray Wyatt have happened, so I'm hoping no one can be like those people. They obviously have a lot of talent. Given the chance, they could do a lot, especially the remaining two main ones. Tell me your opinions on the Wyatt family and each of the members in the comments below, or if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or in the community on YouTube if you would like.